dapat makialam. Dahil ang tamang tanong may swak na solusyon.
Nagtatanong lang.
Get your daily dose of inspiration through our music. Follow Just Call PH on Spotify and Just Call Music on YouTube.
Listen to songs and artists you didn't know you'd like. This is the Indie List on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Follow at Radyo Katipunan in our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle. Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Keep the Word of God strong in our lives. Keep the spirit of hope and the grace of healing alive every day. Keep the faith. Join us every morning for the celebration of the Holy Eucharist with the Jesuits from the Philippine province. Keep the faith. Daily Mass with the Jesuits streams from Monday to Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning on Radyo Katipunan's Facebook page, YouTube channel, Twitter feed, and other social media partners.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawan ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugod, todo sa kayod, punong at tulong, lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiting at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
Coming up next, SPARC, Spouses, Parents, Children on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
Katipunan.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero, sugod, todo sa kayod, dunong at tulong, lipat na Blue Eagle, galing giting nagigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan.
What keeps a family shining? It's that spark, the bond between spouses, the wisdom of parents, and the dreams of children. And guess what? We're turning that spark into a show. Introducing SPARC, Spouses, Parents, and Children, Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. A program filled with real talk, life hacks, inspiring stories, and yes, even the fun and laughter that keep families strong. So tune in, light up your day, and let's celebrate what makes every family shine. SPARC, spouses, parents, and children. Only on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Your campus, your community, your spark of inspiration.
Good Monday morning again, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the SPARC podcast, all about marriage and parenting through the eyes of spouses, parents, and children. This program is brought to you by CBX Network, Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM, and the Discovery Weekend and the Love Institute. So welcome also to our audiences on the radio, Facebook, and YouTube. We are broadcasting live from GESCOM building at the Ateneo de Manila University. And I am again your host, Isa Caparasta Bayoyong, keeping you company every Monday morning, hopefully through the traffic. But today we have a very interesting topic. Our topic for today is called Gameplan, raising athletes in the family. And nagsisimula na nga kami magkwentuhan kanina pa dito, especially because Ateneo won yesterday. Woo! Medyo kinabahan kami doon, pero yes, in the end, they prevailed. But let me introduce the panel we will be discussing with this interesting topic. So to accompany us this morning, we have a swim mom. She and her hubby, Harley, are volunteers, long volunteers of the Discovery Weekend, as they have been married for the past 15 years. With a little, no, not so little, with a wonderful baby girl, young lady girl, sorry, I'm in denial, Gab, who is now a scholar at Pasig Science High School, but also very busy being a varsity of the swimming team. Please welcome Mommy Kay de Guzman Mayola. Say hi to them.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And hi, Gab. Hi, Harl. Hi, Gab.
Next, we have a fellow soccer dad who is also a former player in the Ateneo Grade School, Ateneo High School, and later also coached both in grade school and the college teams of the Ateneo. And even went to coach for the pro leagues, which is in Talk and Text. Now, he's busy running their chain of restaurants in Katipunan. Shout out to Gino's Pizza, Tyler's Cafe, Shello's Donuts. Kaya po kami din tumataba dahil tambay kami doon. And a super hands-on dad, soccer dad, futsal dad, basketball dad. To his 3 kids, Gino, 15 years old, Tyler, 13, and Andre, 10. Please welcome Daddy Jude Templo.
Hello guys. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Napaka-sexy naman.
Hello.
And then finally, we have a student athlete. Buti na lang po walang pasok ang senior high school ngayon. It's PTC Day. He has loved football ever since his prep years. Introduced us to the world of football. Currently in grade 12 in Ateneo Senior High School under the General Academics or GA track. And he has been a member of the football varsity and managed to stay in Magis classes throughout his junior high. He's now part of the Ateneo Boys football team of the Ateneo High School. And the youngest of the Tabayoyong brood. Please welcome my very own Roman Tabayoyong.
Hello, everyone.
And no stranger to SPARC, of course, to keep us company. We have the founder, a lay chaplain of the Discovery Weekend, founder of the Love Institute, co-author of many, many books on relationship and parenting. Welcome back, Coach Maribel Junicio.
Good morning, and hello, Sweetie Pie. And of course, Raf, Dab, and Jika.
Wala ka Sweetie Pie na i-greet, Roman. Ay, wala. Okay, joke. Malay mo,
Hard
lumabas.
launch.
So,
Football muna.
football muna. Okay. Yun ang press release niya. So, thank you guys for being here today. It's a lovely morning. I'm excited with this topic, which is close to my heart. Let's get started. What is it like? Okay, so maybe for Roman first. What is it like to be a student athlete in terms of your schedule, your energy level, your social life?
Okay. First off, that last part, I know what you're trying to insinuate there. But in terms of schedule, it's quite hectic, I would say. Most of the time, you'll have training after school. So my dismissal times this year it's more lenient, but last year we would have dismissal times of say 4:10, and then I'd have to rush the training to get there around 5 o'clock to 7. And then the training goes on till 7, and then I have to get home say like 8:30. So then there's kind of little time for me to do homework or assignments, which is why I kind of have to manage my time. So sometimes I would do my assessments during lunch break, during recess. But recently now, since I'm in grade 12, we've now had a different dismissal time, which is 12 noon. Our training still happen around at 5 o'clock. So I have this kind of gap from 12 to 5. It's more generous, thank you.
You have time to work on your homework.
Work on my homework and then hang out with my friends if I want to.
Hang out.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what you said. But yes, now I have more time to do what I want. But honestly, for me, the experience of being a student athlete is it's very rewarding, and it's an experience that I definitely will say when I'm like, hopefully when I'm older, I'll look back and say, I'm glad I went through that, because it takes up a lot of my time and it keeps me busy. And I guess part of this is like part of what makes your high school life quite memorable. That's what I was saying.
Nice. Okay. How about for the parents of our athletes? What is it like being a student athlete parent? No, I understand. Mommy Kay, I understand. Before swimming, Gab also went to taekwondo, which has a lot of sparring. So what is that like also?
Regarding the schedule, when she was younger, we were still in Makati, and the club was a private club, and she was very young, so it was like a leisure. It's for fun. It's also one thing, because she's a girl. We wanted her something to learn, life lesson, like how to defend herself. She's quite small, so we wanted her to be tough. So it's a life skill that we want her to learn. And then the pandemic came, she stopped, and then she requested to shift. It was from her that she said, okay, I want to try swimming. And then after that, it was also timing that we were already transitioning to move to Pasig area. So that's when she also started going to school in Pasig Sayan. So it was more of convenience also, that the swim club, the swim team was nearer our place. Unlike in Makati, we had to shuttle from Pasig to Makati and back. It was very difficult. Okay. So here now, I think the challenging thing for her is more on, science high is very demanding. It's very challenging. There's a lot of schoolwork. So when I come pick her up, we rush back home. She does homework in between before her training, and then I drive her back to
another training,
to the training where she will be going. So it's like that mostly for 2 years now.
Buti marunong ka mag-drive.
Yun na nga.
Okay, correct. Daddy Jutes.
Well, say we have 3 kids.
Yeah.
So I'll
there's
give a basketball reference. It's a 3 versus 2 fast break. 3v2 fast break, no? But it's very fortunate na they all study in the same school. I'm very thankful na Ateneo accepts girls na. So if you have a daughter, you can enroll them in Ateneo promotion. But yeah, it's very convenient kasi yung dismissal, dyan na lang. Okay. Sometimes I remember you would ask Gino to walk from high school to grade school kasi traffic sometimes inside. So ngayon, it's also convenient that they're all varsity kasi we don't really drive with everyone else. So we get home mga 7 p.m. So pagdating ng 7 o'clock, wala nang traffic masyado sa Ateneo. So,
kabisado traffic.
So, di ba? So, it works also number 3 na we live near. Diyan lang kami sa may like 5 minutes away from Ateneo. So that makes everything work. Yun. If not for those things, it's very difficult.
And you have your own business, so it's not like you have to 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, yun din. But saka swerte rin na yung business namin is right also across Ateneo.
Yeah.
So convenient din.
That's wonderful. Maribel was also an basketball mom, right?
Basketball mom, yeah. Raf, our eldest, very sporty.
Was
with the Prada team.
Prada
In high
level.
school?
How do you call
Yeah.
it?
Prada, yeah, that's
Prada.
correct.
It's
Prada.
still there.
No,
No
not
more na.
anymore. Yeah.
But,
Prada
you know,
is still there.
and then he was a,
no,
our
this is
son,
not
we
it.
knew he was really sporty, and I think this is for other parents, but he didn't like to get into any basketball training or whatsoever. He was coming with me to our talks on parenting. uh, so he developed first his speaking skills. It was third year high school na siya. When we said, you know, basketball is your talent. Don't you want to try it? Doon na lang siya nag-yes. But he was playing basketball always. And he got into the varsity, so that really made him feel good. So third year, fourth year, yeah. And all the training, he loved it, yeah.
I was gonna say, with all the challenges of the schedules, the timing, the energy, the singit ng assignment, why do we do it? I mean, what do you get out of it? Well, Roman, what do you get out of it?
Well,
What's the benefit?
For me, being a football player has always been my dream. So it's, even though I'm still young and I'm still learning my education, being the student athlete still allows me to learn and to grow as a player while still growing as a student. So it continues my aspirations to make my dream come true, while also at the same time staying rational, staying realistic, and keeping me ready for what life may throw at me, which is why it's good to be a student athlete. And it's also a great privilege to represent your school. I guess I can speak on behalf that every student athlete is proud to represent the school that they are a varsity of. So there's also that, it's the pride, it's the learnings, the experiences you get, and also the friends you would make along the way, the connections. Friends.
I'm supposed to say that. Friends? Okay. Daddy shoots ko naman.
Yeah, sa akin, aside from the deep stuff, I find it
Super deep
deep stuff. I find it really entertaining. Okay, honestly, para siyang it's like watching a movie, you know, the typical hero's journey. So in our case, ×3. But the entertainment part of it is nice. Kasi when you watch a movie, it's fiction. This is real life. They're put into moments of challenges that they would require bravery. And you see them like shine. You see them fail. There was one time, si Tyler failed and then she hugged me after. Oh my God, sana mas matalo ka, mas madalas. Para hinahug mo ako, di ba? So like, she hugged me
Shout
after.
out to Tyler,
I'm so sorry,
more hugs to
I missed
Daddy.
free throws. She was crying and hugging me. I was like, this feels nice. So like, syempre, kidding aside, but it's nice to witness them grow. And it's nice to witness them have moments of bravery. Sa akin, yung skill, that's gonna be developed, but the other parts, that's nice to see. Kasi yun naman pinapanood mo sa sports entertainment, it's not about who wins. Sports entertainment for me is like the underdog story and overcoming challenges. So sa akin, yun, I like to see them there. Yun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Kay, about you, what do you get or what does Gab get or Harley get? May hugs din ba pag natatalo si Gab?
Oh, it's the same thing, I guess. Pero as a parent looking at her, what I see that she's getting, that I don't know if you know already by this time, the discipline that they get, it's different for kids who are normal students. I'm not saying that they're lesser, but the training, the time management that these kids put into balancing sports, the academics that they need to accomplish at the end of the day, it doesn't change. They have more actually. So it's parang galing.
Plus friends pa.
Plus the friends that they make along the way. And then the learnings, yun nga, they don't win all the time. Kasi the sporty, most of them are into our team eh. With Gab, it's individual. She wins some, sometimes she doesn't. When she doesn't, it's parang titingnan mo din siya, is she okay? What do I have to say? Pag medyo she took it really hard, ganon. Pag if she's okay naman, okay naman eh. She's okay, so let her be.
So I'm learning so much and I agree with all of them, but it's nice hearing it from other people. So what I'm hearing is the closer to his dream of becoming a football, the friendships, representing the school, the pride, and then there's also the hero's journey, seeing your child go through the challenges, the ups and downs of the sport, and the occasional hugs. Hingin mo naman kasi.
Siyempre, maganda yung organic, di ba?
Matalo. And then what I'm hearing from Kay is the discipline. Totoo yun, the grit, time management, resilience to get up after a loss. That's awesome, right? And then you said earlier, it's always been fun for Raf too.
It's fun for Raf, but since he didn't like it, and we were able to put our parenting skills to use there. You know, how to catch him doing good. So Alan and I would have notes, all the good stuff he'll do. Kasi you'll not always win eh. But you want to say something, the positive only.
Yes.
Quiet ka na lang dun sa, or don't blame, don't put any judgment into
Yes.
mga errors. But you can say, what will you do differently next time? So that they think about it. But really, the resilience, oh, it's amazing, and their energy, because now the Raf is into his business of, my gosh, reforestation, sustainability, all that, resilience is really working for him.
Correct.
And that's what he said. The discipline, he said, really helped him in his work now.
So in other words, there's a lot of encouragement that we do as parents at home. There's a lot of coaching also, not just iba yung sports coach,
Yeah.
iba pa yung
Parent coach.
emotional parenting coach
Yes.
at home, especially when you ask what can we do differently.
Yeah.
We don't always tell them what to do, but we
Right.
ask them and trigger their own brain and problem-solving skills. But before we go on, I'd just like to thank everyone who's watching. But if you have questions or comments, please feel free to put it in the comment box, comment section of both the YouTube and the Facebook, and we will try to read it. And shout out to all of you. We have some teammates from our football team watching, and I think good job daw, Mama Kay, someone's watching for you too. And speaking of coaching, what do you do? Yeah, what do you do in line of being a parent coach or being a parent? Where do you draw the line of being a parent coach and being a parent? And I'll address this to the parents.
In the beginning, when we started the swimming journey, it was difficult for us kasi the parenting started na us wanting her to do well. So, andyan yung nagko-coach din kami. In terms of training, which we later on realized that, the reason you put them there is for the coach's job to do that, not you as a parent. I think that's for those parents na sobrang gigil or sobrang excited, you're so excited to let them, of course you want them to, they're enjoying it and then they're doing good. So you want them to do more. So I think that's the part of the parent that I think we need to, step back. Kasi,
Manage.
yeah, we're supposed to be there emotionally. We're supposed to be there for them lang in those times na they feel bad or they do well. But in terms of the skill that they need to learn, leave it to the coach. You have to really step back. Especially, personally, I don't know anything about swimming. I don't know anything about taekwondo. So I'm not supposed to be saying anything in terms of that. So I think that's it.
On the other hand, here's someone who knows a lot about the sport of their kids. So where do you draw the line between being a parent coach, especially because you actually coached, and being a parent?
Actually, I was very fortunate to have been asked to coach Tyler's team. Actually, I was able to coach her. Early this year, 2 times to, different to sa club namin and sa Ateneo. We had the summer tournament.
Was it the Akari?
Yeah, it was the Akari tournament.
I watched
and actually, Tyler won MVP in the tournament.
Yeah.
So, pero hindi ako biased na bigay nyo kay Tyler yung bola at tumira ka. Hindi
Okay,
ganun.
if you say so.
But I think I tried my best not to do it. But it's really compartmentalizing for me na dapat pag naka-coach mode ka, you treat your daughter like a normal player. I hope her teammates naman did not feel na I was giving her special treatment or I tried my very best to coach everyone equally. As a parent then, parang I think the key word is help. Okay? You should try to help your kid. Syempre, sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes what you think is helping is not really helping. So, ano talaga, it requires a lot of deep analysis. And sometimes helping is just keeping quiet. Yun. Yun, I guess yun. So, experience and analysis, I think, will improve your performance as a parent and as a coach yun. Kasi you can see naman, if this isn't helping, kumbaga, if it's not helping, well, bro, change your strategy, di ba?
Yeah.
So, you have to be parang self-aware. I think it's also a very important trait to have.
Oh, very big po yun, word, the self-awareness, especially for the parents or for athletes. Kasi kami rin, we can be tayo, no? We can be very competitive. And so, yes, Roman, you have something to say. So we have to manage that energy, that gusto to win. And sometimes, we are supposed to be very supportive to our kids, no? But yeah, Roman, I'm willing to hear from you. What can you say to the parents, including me and the other parents there, on where we can support you as your parents as a student athlete? Do you need us to coach? Like sometimes we send you reels on certain plays. Is that helpful or too much?
Well, I mean, I don't mind the occasional reel or two, but sometimes there are a lot, and I look at my Instagram DMs, and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of reels to look at.
And no more time na nga for assignment. Manonood ka pa reels.
But
Okay.
for me, I can see the intention. There's genuine help that you want to give. You want to, because you don't really know much because I was the one to introduce you to football, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand you're trying to do whatever you can to help by passing on advice or videos from others.
What is it that you need really?
I guess, yeah. The main thing is support. It's that the feeling that you can always have someone to rely on, especially when you're at your lowest. So for example, let's say I'm dealing with a loss from a game. I think the best way for parents to support is when the player or the child is they're already just kind of grieving or dealing with the loss. Maybe they can just kind of support. They don't really want to hear the mistakes or the negative stuff right now. Maybe just let them process it first. Give them a hug or two if they need it, or if they need space, then they need space. If they want to rant about the game, I think the best way to support is for the parents to listen and to let them hear out their thoughts. If the parents have something to say about it, ask if they are ready to hear about it as well, because maybe they need that time to process everything that has happened. So
maybe
yes.
feed you first.
Yes.
Have pizza or some of your favorite food. And
Well, I mean, if the player is hungry, I guess why not? But food is one of the best.
Student
dates.
athletes always hungry.
Always.
Diba, Mami Games?
Yeah. Parang the budget is more after training.
Yeah.
that's what you can request for, more allowance for food.
Honestly, like after training, I will admit, when I get into the car, I tell my mom,
I'm hungry.
it's that time again.
No, you say I'm hungry and I say, hi, hungry, I'm mom. That's our
Yeah,
bit.
if any of my friends are watching this, she's the reason why I make those kinds of jokes. So, just so you know, that's where it comes from.
Moving on. So, other than that, so while Roman is mentioning support, someone to listen, what is the best way to support our kids, especially when there's moments of losses, when there are disappointments? What do you do? Because we all have gone through that. Our kids cannot always be winning. So what do you do to your kids when they're encountering that? Especially that's a question by a certain Randall Tabayoyo.
Well, I think energy management is key. Ang favorite line ko sa football team namin nila, Andres, talo tayo, tara kain tayo masarap. Okay, kasi,
Pati mo ginagawa yun sa team natin.
okay, kasi ano siya kasi there are two games at play. You're familiar naman siguro with the finite game and the infinite game. The point of the infinite game is to keep playing. So, ang thing lang talaga is to not lose interest and not be overwhelmed with the situation, and just have fun with the losing part. We can still play the next day.
So you say those. You have those conversations with your kids. Okay. How about Kate?
With us kasi, in swimming, the medal comes as a bonus. Kasi there's a lot of swimmers that you have to swim with, diba? Parang for us, the medal is a bonus. But if she's expecting and then she didn't get it, what we do is sige, as long as your time descended, so ibig sabihin she got faster, it's okay. Medals don't matter as long as your time went down. So it really, unless there are national levels like Batang Pinoy, Palarong Pambansa, those kinds of things, medyo it's really, I hope she doesn't get discouraged. I hope she wants to try again next year. Yun eh. Parang kasi it's only one time, one chance, and then that's it. It's not like an invitational where you can try anytime.
Yeah.
So that's good what she did. You notice, or you told her if the time, di ba? That
Yeah.
improved.
Yeah.
So those small things kasi help them, especially when they're down.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't win, but the time is like this, or I saw you do that. That was really great.
Yes.
And,
Yung mga
there's a lot of
millisecond
positivity
changes.
that
Yeah.
we're the cheerleader kasi, the parent.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
they continue, hopefully, the activity because we know that they're
Yes.
passionate about it.
If they
but
like it
they're down, yeah.
Yes. Cheerleader. Speaking of cheerleader, ako one of the loudest on the field. Buti na lang malaki
Di totoo yan.
Second ba? Kung nga pangalawa sa'yo. But it's true, no? It's really competing not just against the other team, it's competing against themselves yesterday. Like, how were you yesterday? What was your time yesterday? Did you go faster today? Right? So and I think I have those conversations with you too, Roman, right?
Yes.
So it's more than the other team, more than your teammates. It's really who was Roman the player last year, last week, last month, right?
Yeah. There's a quote that I saw on one of my favorite players' posts. I think it was, be better than yesterday, be worse than tomorrow.
Right. Yes.
And that's the comparison if we have to do as parents. It's what they did maybe yesterday. Oh, how would you fare, and so that you help them analyze in terms of that there is movement, there is improvement.
Not
going with them.
Not with other players, not with the other
players,
teams
definitely not
as well.
And
And there's a lot of, but it's okay to be sad, right? It's okay for them to be sad. So at least we're there to listen and help them through the grief process, right? The mourning part, and then seeing the blessing, what is good about the loss, and what are the learnings from the loss as well. Meron lang tayong mga questions pa dito. And I just want to mention also while Kay was talking, napapadasal ng husto ang mga parents. It's one of the blessing is we get to be more spiritual, we get to be more prayerful, and I've seen that also with our team. So, for Roman, do teachers give you special consideration because you are a student athlete?
Did someone ask this or?
Yes, someone asked this. And well, it's general for all athletes, but what's your experience personally?
Okay, actually, I kind of had this situation just the past week. We have this assignment in creative writing. My elective in general academic is creative writing, and we have to make this short story. We have to make this draft and we had to submit it last week, but the time they were given to write it, I was not able to do it because I was in JAM. I was in Cagayan de Oro, and the Wi-Fi.
JAM is the Jesuit Athletic Meet.
And
Jesuit Schools Athletic Meet.
Yeah, and the Wi-Fi and the internet connection wasn't so great there either, so I couldn't really focus on it, and plus I had games to focus on. So when it came to give the assignments to the deadline, I wasn't able to submit it on time. So I had to talk to my teacher about it, and he understood where I was coming from. He understood my situation, so he was lenient about my deadline and about the output that I could only give during that time. So actually, the deadline for the final thing is later tonight, and
you have to finish it after the show.
I have to finish it, but I'm almost done with it. So yeah, in terms of the special considerations, I would say that While yes, it may be for the regular student may seem unfair, like oh, just because he's an athlete, he's got a different deadline. It goes back to the fact that, I mean, for my case, I was in another part of the Philippines, so I couldn't really
And you're
work on
representing
it
the
properly.
school.
And I was representing the school. I was excused. So in terms of those special considerations, it's because as well those students had time to work on it, and for me, I didn't really have as much.
Yeah. So I guess if it's, in our experience also, if it's school sanctioned game, they tend to have to excuse them. But if it's an outside school, no, you have to catch up on your own. I remember you went to Malaysia, you were online catching
Yes.
up with your classmates. So I guess it depends on the tournament.
But during when I went to Malaysia, I did inform my teachers, and they said, "Oh, it's okay. Just tell me if you need any
Okay.
considerations and stuff." But before I move on, I would want to say that I don't really want to use my sport as an excuse not to be a competent student.
Yeah.
It is, as a student athlete, you're not just an athlete. You are a student-athlete.
Student first. Yeah.
Student first. Well, I would say it's a good balance to have both.
Yeah.
So while you have to be a good athlete, you always have to remember to be a good athlete as well. You have to be a good student.
Yes, because if you don't maintain good standing in school, you can not represent you cannot be part of the varsity. You cannot join.
Yes.
Yes. So, but time check, it's already 10:03. So for all our listeners, time check for you. And we have more questions coming in. For Daddy Jutes first. Okay.
Maybe
As
just
a-
to add that
Oh,
one
okay.
that he
Go,
said.
Maribel.
Kasi it's nice to hear from Romano that it's your role as a student is there, and for him there's a balance, and this is part of a preparation really for life.
Yes.
Because life will really throw you a lot of things, and you have to know how to balance these things. So they're getting actually early more preparation, that sense of in the stress that they will be experiencing in both academics and athletic. But mga exceptions na lang when Wi-Fi is not working, or they're more. Then I guess they can request their teachers about extending the deadline and all. But it's not like a normal thing, no, because life will not also adjust to you always. Also later on.
I think the teachers will know naman if you're already abusing your role as an athlete.
Right.
Too.
To clarify, yes, it's okay to, I guess, use the sport as an excuse for assignments, but you shouldn't always use it.
Yeah.
Like you cannot just be freeloading. If you're a student, you cannot be just freeloading on a group, not doing any assignments and say, "Oh, sorry, I have training, I have tournaments." So come on, you have 24 hours in a day. You can use it.
Wow. Okay. So again, to Daddy Jutes, as a former player, how has varsity athlete changed from your time to your children's experience now?
I think the parents have more time to watch now.
Is it a good thing?
No,
or a bad thing?
yeah. Kasi I remember back then, the parents watched the games, but they never watched the trainings.
Training.
Now you have lots of, actually, sometimes even the whole team. Like the whole team's parents watching tryouts and watching training. Dati before, that's never the case. Yeah.
Okay. So, anything
other than
else?
that,
How about the officials?
no, everything is generally the same. Syempre, back then, we didn't have group chats. So,
May
group chats
pager naman kayo.
Yeah, no, pero hindi pa rin siya yung parang, wala namang group pager noong time na yun. Pero, yeah, we didn't have chat groups, and it's a whole new topic altogether. But, yeah, we didn't have that. Pero may mga phone call siguro.
Yeah.
There. Change.
And speaking of parents during tournaments, Mami Kay, how do you deal with parents of other teams who are very intense and invested na medyo talagang...
I think it's swimming kasi. So far, I haven't experienced yung very parang intentional din and intense na parang parinig or whatever. No, parang the competitions that I've been to, we're all very civil. Even if we see each other often, in competitions, familiar faces already, we know, she's from team like this. Although we know na, that's the swimmer that's good in like this, like that. Pero nothing like, you have to be good than her, better than her. Nothing like that. There are some parents, though, that are like that. But not all. I think just a handful.
And what do you do with them?
Kasi kasi with Gab, parang we always tell her, it's you against you.
Yeah.
It's always you. Don't look at your other swimmers' time. Kasi they have different trainings, they have different schools, they have different everything. You have a different schedule. You go to a different school. Your stress is very different from hers. So it's very different. Plus, one thing then kasi with girls, I realized, she started having her period. So her hormones, when it's starting already, my hormones, because I'm premenopause, so medyo, when we get to clash already, that's when I learn na, I have to take a step back already. Yeah. She needs her time. And there are times that she would really express herself. Na, mama kasi, it's like this, like that. Parang, okay, sige.
Actually, not just for girls. Any teenager, they're hormonal. They're adolescents, they're puberty, so there is your child, and there is the hormone.
Wait, Roman, are you hormonal?
Matagal na. For the past 6 years, maybe.
Matagal na, pare.
So, parents, choose your battle. Know when you are dealing with your child and maybe there's need for, some guidance and a little bit correction or dialogue. And know when it's the hormones and therefore you just let it pass and ignore it. No? But speaking of hormones, meron pa rin parents, you're experiencing, hindi lang 3 sport, Tyler is into how many sports?
Yeah, Tyler's doing futsal and basketball.
And basketball. And sa football, there's a
Yeah. So yung futsal team competes
So you can
both.
see a whole gamut array of parents. How do you deal with the really intense ones?
Intense to
Even
negative.
teammates, di ba? You have teammates who are very intense to your own child.
Actually, I recently I've been entertaining myself by sitting next to them. And basta sa akin, like I'm actually I'm very the other team.
Okay.
I'm sitting next. But I've been fortunate to experience this as a player, as a coach, and now as a parent, and yun. Those things are always gonna be around. It's just a matter of getting used to them. And of course, if you think it's wrong, then don't copy it. At the same time, it's hard to force people. It takes a while for parang behaviors to change. So, it's actually, I find there's stages in being a sports parent. The intense stage usually happens at the start, which is forgivable. After mga 2 years, eventually they mellow down. Yun ang tingin ko.
Tumatanda rin.
Yeah,
Energy
tumatanda
goes
rin.
down.
People learn, no? So
Yeah.
pero I find yung mali is after mga many years, ganun pa rin sila. May mga ganun din. So, yun ang natutunan ko actually sa Game of Thrones. Yung pandemic show
I love
before.
it. We binged that.
So,
how do you
every
relate?
person has a character arc.
Okay.
Na the people nung start na parang kontrabida. Sa dulo, sila pala yung bida. So ako, it's nice to allow people to change. Yun ang tingin ko. Yun.
I love that.
And that's why I think we have to, what Kay was saying, help our children really in terms of building their character.
Yeah.
When they hear these things or when they down, how to manage it. You can even role play and prepare themselves na what if you hear a parent say this about you, something negative?
Yeah.
How will we respond? How do you want to respond? Then we also give our suggestion there, no? And reminding them that what they are good at, because they can forget. So we have to be coming into the rescue and having specifics. Kaya kailangan may notes din tayo. But I saw you do that. That was really great. And maybe they didn't see it, but you did something good that helped the team.
Yeah.
Really, the teamwork that you're doing there.
If it's the affirmation and the good parts, maybe our children are more willing to hear the correction. Me, I just leave it up to the coaches because I might not know what I'm saying also, right?
At saka I'd like to add doon sa sinabi ko na actually ako, upon self-reflection, I did a couple of things nung start na I thought that I was too intense. Na parang lately I've been correcting myself na parang basta pare, don't repeat that thing. So I allowed also myself to change then, to change my style.
Right. Tumatanda rin po si Daddy Jutes. Mababa na energy. And ako also, I remember this movie, Field of Dreams, tama ba? With Kevin Costner.
Oh.
Kakainis ha, my generation.
Sino si Kevin Costner?
Stop. Okay, so
Same question.
Oh my goodness. There's this movie, he's a baseball player, and of course in the baseball field there's noise from all cheering, jeering, teasing, insulting, even from the players on the pitch. So he always does this, clear the mechanism. He always says that, clear the mechanism. In which case, he quiets the noise outside, and the sound is muffled in the movie, so he really gets to focus only on the ball and the pitcher because he was the batter because he was the pitcher. So that's what I also remind Roman, much as he wants to deny that you haven't seen the movie, but I've told you that.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but we need to watch that at some point. Okay, all right. So there's so many things we're learning. There's also another question here. With all the investments from a certain Rose Tabby, with all the investments that the parents give in this sport, in the sport of your kids, is it worth it? And then, especially in terms of the kids' mental health, physical health, what do we get? What else do we get out of it? Is it all worth it for you? Would you do it all over again,
yeah.
or would you rather they go to theater or singing or a band?
Personally, whatever my daughter would want to go into, I would fully support it. Whether it's, kasi she's also in the creative side eh. So if she, in days na she would request, Mama, can I not train today? Why? I just had too much eh. Kasi every day, the training is every day. She only takes a rest on Sundays. So when on the days that she feels tired, yeah, go ahead. Kasi it's her naman eh. If she pushes herself, she knows when to. If she asks, Mama, can I not swim today? Okay, pero I need to know why. If you're just tamad, that's different. But if you feel tired physically, emotionally, you're drained, what will you do? Can I just jam? Can I just play the guitar? Okay, fine, go ahead. I have a lot.
Musical talaga.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
very
Beautiful
musical.
voice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Daddy is musical.
Yeah, so
Hi Harley.
hi. So it's more of the even the time that we put into, kasi it's not easy na we take her to drive her everywhere. Pag our weekends are really just focused on her, our schedule. We don't go out as much anymore.
Yeah.
So it's really, we'll do it over. Whatever she would get herself into, we would really support it 100%.
Right.
Money, time, effort. As long as she knows why she's doing it. Not just for fun, yes, pero she gets something out of it. The sport really does something for her.
Right.
I
Daddy
think,
Jude. Yeah.
no, a difficult one I remember with Raf. He had a ACL.
Oh no.
So, after that, we said, paano itong interest niya? Then he said, no, I'm going to go back. I'm going to play again. So the parent there parang, oh, no more na. And, we didn't have insurance pa at that time. No? Mahal nung titanium na yun, no? But the key there is, we'll have to check with our son or daughter if they can still go on, if this injury is going to stop them. Because I know there's some who really stop altogether. They get so traumatized.
Yeah.
But with Raf, dalawa na nga, left and right eh. One sport, two different sports. But he still went on. And parang it's, I guess his resilience, his desire to work at it. Then you work out that he does always now to protect also his body. He's learned that as well. So, again, yeah, if our kid wants to go in there, we can ask, how come you still want to despite all this? And they have an explanation and we need to respect that.
How about Daddy Jude?
Yeah,
Is this worth it?
Yeah, of course. Actually, very happy ako na a lot of clubs now have mga scholarship programs. No, so even if like financially it's very hard to support, parang they allow players who are good and who are interested, they allow them like to pay later or they give them mga discounts. So financially it's parang easier. If it's easier also for some, hindi siya very restrictive. Yung time energy, syempre, as long what really sustains it is the happiness that you get from it and the entertainment. Diba? Siyempre, mapa-entertain ka, hindi ka magbabayad. Siyempre, may bayad yun. But yung energy side, yun nga, parang as long as you're happy doing it, you want to keep repeating the experience.
Yeah.
Okay siya. So, I think also a lot of coaches have adjusted to it, meaning they make the sessions more entertaining, more happy, more energetic. They change the drills para mas ano yung kids,
For
mas
the players.
para maiba naman, 'di ba? So it's fun. That's the word. That's fun. Oh yeah. So I think the coaches that are successful nowadays are the ones that make the experience fun for everyone, not just the players, also for the parents.
Right.
So they make everyone play. They make sure everyone plays, and then
the playing time, no?
also the community that the team that you join.
Yeah.
Kasi it's nice to have a team that cheers for everyone. Diba? So ako, it's all about the story. Meaning, if kunyari, if you have a player who doesn't always play, pero he has his moment. Kunyari, he scores a goal or he has a good defensive play. It's nice for the whole team to celebrate that person. Hindi mo lang chichiran yung anak mo, di ba?
Yeah.
So, those things make the team culture nice and the experience more sustainable. You know?
I agree with all that they said. Ako personally, what I love about this and what makes it all worth it for us is not just the self-worth that our son or our kids get. It's also the free vitamin D, the free exercise, especially if your kids are on the hyper side, right? You know, instead of them just being cooped up in front of the computer, this is a wonderful, wonderful alternative. Get them running, get them into sports. They get the endorphins, the exercise, you know, and they get fit. Yeah. He is one of those, the most physically fit. Nainggit ang tatay. No? And of course, our daughter is also very fit. Even, wala siya sa sport. She's a thespian, pero she's also high endurance and good in exercising. And speaking of scholarship, I want to ask Roman, is that something that student athletes aspire for? You know, getting scholarships from the university they like or from the club that they like? What's the importance and role of financial gain or scholarships for you or for other athletes?
I would say yes. I think I can speak on behalf of athletes when if they have the opportunity to get a scholarship for their skills, they would without a second doubt go for it. Because a scholarship, it's like a symbol or a significance that your skills are so good, we want you here. And if fallen into the right hands, of course, a scholarship, hopefully they don't sleep on it so much, it can be an extra motivation to perform better because we've put aside this tuition so that you can be really good at the sport you play, so that you can bring up the quality of the team around you. So I guess that it's that makes athletes crave for the scholarship more.
Okay, just to follow up on that, well, not on the scholarship, but since we have you on the microphone, right? There's a question here, and it's also a part of my question. What is it like to be part of a team? Because there are sports that are more individual. I mentioned earlier, chess, you only look at the board, you know. But for basketball, football in particular, it's a team sport. What is it like being in a team? And from Tita Ducky Angeles, how do you manage the huge dynamics and the different personalities within the team?
Honestly, I'm glad that I chose a team sport to be a part of because it creates so much memories to be a part of. Being a part of a team doesn't just mean you're a part of different players. You're part of people who love and share the same passion for the sport that you play in. So it's that shared interest that drives the people around you to be better, not just to be better players, but to be better friends. The amount of memories that you can gain from being in a team is so much. I mean, not just for basketball or football. I can also say for swimming and chess, they also have their team. So especially when like they go together in, let's say, a team bus or they go together for tournaments abroad, it will give each player there so much memories because they're gonna have so much fun together. They can share stories with each other. And yes, they have differing personalities, but that's the beauty of it. You get to learn those different personalities within other players, within other teammates.
But do you always get along? And what's your tip for other players? You sound like a social person.
Social butterfly.
What about the other people who are not so sociable or maybe a little introverted? What's your tip for them in trying to get along? Does everyone get along all the time? And what's a tip
Most
for
of the
you?
time, I would say. Most of the time. My tip would be, just to be kind. Just to be kind to everyone you're with. Keep an open mind because obviously those different personalities may have differing opinions or different statements or points of view.
Yeah.
So always keep an open mind to them. I mean, if they're comfortable with it, you can always, I guess the word is banter with them if they're comfortable with it. But if you don't really know the person, just be open with them. Open-minded.
Yeah,
with them.
open-minded. Yeah, curious on different personalities
Yes.
from you. Yeah.
If there is a quote I would like to say, this is from Ted Lasso, my favorite show, by the way.
Ted Lasso.
Be curious, not judgmental.
Right. Coach
And,
Maribel, anything to
yes,
add for
no.
that? What can help in the team building?
I asked also Raf. I asked him that question. What do you wish parents will understand more or will do? And he said, try to negotiate with the referee if you need to, and do it respectfully.
Oh.
Don't cuss the refs. Magagalit yan. And you can complain respectfully. So, because it will affect them later on. So, yeah, the parents, some parents can be so competitive kasi, di ba, inaawa yung ang referee. So, stay behind. Kailangan siguro ng formation din ng parents ng mga ganun, no? How come they're so competitive and so intense?
So, getting along within the team and getting along within the parents and the officials and the coaches.
Yeah.
Ako, marami niyan lately.
Bad call yung referee. Kailangan, di ba? You have to draw the...
I wanna add, kasi yung sports parenting experience is not just growth for the athlete.
Yes.
Also growth for the parent.
Exactly.
Yes.
Kasi I experienced like last year, sina Tyler sa UAP, yung basketball nila, they lost by a lot. Okay? Yeah, you watched with us, right?
I watched it,
So it required me to grow as a parent na parang don't be frustrated. You have to parang have a positive. Basta malaki-laking growth siya for me na
Accept.
first time ko
Acceptance.
ma-experience matalo ng ganong kalaki.
kalaki.
Na parang basta yung for me to be positive in a seemingly negative experience, you have to parang you be more mature.
Right.
Yeah, to grow up. Yeah. So, parang, kasi sometimes parents feel like they don't need to grow up anymore.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that's true. Parang, we never stop learning, and the more experience we get, the more we grow, di ba?
And the children can get affected, lalo na if the other kids will
Yes.
hear, your mom, my God, masyadong nega. Or,
Oo, exactly, di ba?
It will cause that's not good for the team
Yes.
Yeah.
when it happens.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of things that even the parents can learn from.
Yeah, we can
from the
invite them to
kids.
our school for parents. How to
Yes.
be better parents, how to be affirming parents, and talk properly.
Continuously, the Love Institute has a school for parents. We're already on our batch 13.
Yeah.
We can still accept enrollees up to this week. So please just go to our Facebook page, the Love
This week is
Institute.
communication, and next week's building
Very
self-worth.
important
So there are-
module for this week, communication. But, so checking the time, again, it flew by so fast, right? What are your final advice, or what is something that you would like to impart to your fellow student-athlete parents, sports parents, and to your fellow student-athlete as well? There's one advice that you would like to leave them with, what is it? And for Coach Maribel, maybe what's something that they need or they can benefit from in parenting too? Who wants to start? Sige.
Okay. For the parents, I guess, let's be supportive. Let's take their loss as an opportunity for us to bind and be closer. We as a
You mean
learning
with parents or with your child?
as a child, other parents also, and let's also learn with them. It's more important, not kasi sometimes we reflect yung ano yung gusto natin what we want for us, na parang sometimes frustrated athletes, sometimes our frustrations na why did you do like this? No, it's more on supporting them. So I guess bottom line is, let's make sure they're okay. It's not for us, of course we have our own frustrations, but just keep it to yourself. Make sure that our kids are okay when in times of losses, kasi that's when they need us most. So let's just be there. As Roman said kanina, sometimes you don't have to say anything. Sometimes you just be there. Just let them rant if they want to rant. Let them be quiet. If they need to cry, let them cry. So hug. Ganon. So it's just be there as a parent.
Thank you, Kay. And Daddy Ju?
Okay, I wrote something a long time ago. Now, this might be the perfect time to share it, okay? It's an acronym. Mahilig ako sa acronyms, okay? The acronym is LOVE, L-O-V-E. Okay?
That's nice.
So, pero related to sa sports parenting. L stands for leave the coaches and referees alone. Yun ang una. Okay? So, ano tawag doon?
I love that.
Players automatically become better the moment they stop complaining about bad refereing and also bad coaching. Okay? Don't complain. The second is others. You look at other kids as your own. Yan ang tingin ko. The team experience comes first, and a large part of it is sacrificing individual wants for the team's needs. V, view challenges as opportunities. Yan. So we play sports to experience and learn from challenging moments. Even yung losing is part of the journey. And last is E, you have to encourage. Yun, self-explanatory na yun, but yun, encourage for me means giving courage to the athletes.
Beautiful.
Bringing them in courage. And you can't have courage when there's no fear or anxiety. Maribel, before I end with Roman.
So, just really this encourage to catch your kid doing good and say it.
Yes.
Sometimes we say in our head, galing niya. Say it and be specific what exactly was done. And then build yourself as a parent. You'll discover maybe your unfinished businesses or your low self-worth. Also, if your self-worth is connected to your child, don't do that. It doesn't work. Fix yourself as a parent.
Right. Kasi baka hindi kayo nakapasok ng varsity, pinipilit nyo yung sport nyo noon sa anak nyo. And Roman, go ahead.
I feel for my student athletes, my fellow student athletes, I think it's just to have fun, enjoy these times. Because like they say, high school life, it's where your memories will be made. It's when you're doing the stuff that you do, just remember that you're doing this because you want to have fun. It's because you want to enjoy the sport. You want to build your dreams, of course. And I believe is there a question for me there somewhere?
That's what do you say to student athletes? Yeah, have fun.
And just remember why you're doing this in the first place. Remember why you said to yourself, yes, I want to play the sport. Yes, I want to risk all my time just to balance these two. Remember that reason why you're doing this in the first place. So that can give you like the motivation to do it and to just remember. For me, I guess what keeps me doing this whole time is because, well, number one, I remember this is the dream I wanted. This is the dream I love and strive for. So I want to keep doing this. And I also strive for the feeling that I'd get afterwards. That feeling of accomplishment that you did something so tiring, so demanding, and yet you were able to do it still. So, remember why you're doing this. Have fun, and of course, just give it your all and enjoy yourself. Yes.
And I love it. Well said. Thank you for our panelists, for our guests today. I like the cap of Daddy Juice on love. Love for the sport, love for the children, love for our children, and love for the growth that they get out of it. With all hardships, it always brings us new muscles. Muscles not just in the body, muscles in the head on intelligence, knowledge, but muscles also of the heart and our spirit. And with that, I end with the Bible verse from Hebrews 10. You need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what He has promised. So with this grit, with this resilience, with all the sufferings, your child will really grow immensely through the sport that they love. And us as parents, we can only support from the background and maybe ask what they need. So with that, thank you once again, everyone, for joining us this morning in SPARC Podcast. We hope that this gave knowledge to everyone, and shout out to all our teams, to your teams of all our children, and we hope to catch you again next week. We would be talking about blended families, and in the meantime, we have also our masterclass for the Love Institute on Marriage Playbook. Just check our Facebook page. And of course, Discovery Weekend this coming November. Yesterday, we just finished one. We'll have a new run in November. We hope to catch all those preparing for marriage then. And with that, thank you once again, and we hope to have spark joy in your families and in our world. Thank you, and see you again.
Bye.
What keeps a family shining? It's that spark, the bond between spouses, the wisdom of parents, and the dreams of children. And guess what? We're turning that spark into a show. Introducing SPARC, Spouses, Parents, and Children. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. A program filled with real talk, life hacks, inspiring stories, and yes, even the fun and laughter that keep families strong. So tune in, light up your day, and let's celebrate what makes every family shine. SPARC, Spouses, Parents, and Children. Only on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Your campus, your community, your spark.